Hi. No, that's Mom Judy.
Hello.
Welcome to our reaction channel. Today we are continuing our dark reactions. We're in season 2, episode 3, Ghosts. Remember when I used to count my fingers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Too much effort.
I used to do that when we did Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And Vikings, maybe.
Yeah.
Too much effort. You're
Too
so
much
funny. Too much brain power.
Right. Yeah, what did I say? We're watching, episode Ghosts. Okay. Yes. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And if you want to watch our full-length reaction to this episode of Dark, you can find it on my Patreon. And I also have another YouTube channel, also linked to in the description box if any of y'all want to go check it out. Okay. Last episode, Jonah, right at the end, he went through that black hole thingy.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know where he's gonna go.
Mm-mm.
Egon, he's starting to question things. Egon in the 80s, he's starting to question things. And Ulrich is still there. He's in a mental hospital.
Right.
Or psychiatric,
Yeah.
hospital. Yeah, and we don't know who Charlotte's parents are.
No.
We had a guess that maybe it was Jonas and what's her name, but
I'm trying to think how that could even be possible.
I don't even know. Maybe we don't even know.
Because
we don't even know who she is.
Yeah, and we don't even know if she's ever time traveled, but maybe she hasn't time traveled. Whoever that girl's name is. Because obviously she didn't know about time travel. But that doesn't mean she doesn't, like, at that point she didn't, but that doesn't mean she doesn't learn about time travel and go back in time or something with him. I don't know. Anyway. Doesn't matter.
You're right. I have no clue.
We have no clue. I'm hoping
Yeah.
we figure. I hope they tell us soon. I want to know. Or we figure it out soon.
And other stuff.
Yeah. Should we just go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, let's get into this. Oh, what do I
Wie du
have?
zum Mann wirst,
Oh.
Oh
im
no.
ganzen Kreislauf deines Lebens.
Yeah, no, this
Die Zeit hat dich auserwählt.
Time chose you.
Gott hat dich auserwählt.
I don't know about that.
Wir wachen über dich.
Ew. He's like, what in the world?
Die Zeit ist immer mit dir. Egal wohin du gehst.
Okay.
Du trägst sie in dir und sie
Hey.
trägt dich.
He carries it in him. So, can he just time travel because it's inside of him?
I don't know, honey.
Oh.
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 Bist du nicht schon los? Ich habe das Milchgeld vergessen. Aber ist schon in Ordnung. Warte.
Oh, she has always the cutest
I
faces.
know.
Oh, his face.
I know. Oh, I tore up.
Here right now.
Es war ordentlich Dampf ablassen. Die Ehe ist nicht so, wie es uns verkauft wird. Sobald die Kinder bekommen,
That's cheery.
werden sie andere Menschen. Ist so, als wenn sie mit den Belgern verheiratet.
Okay, well, we
die
know how this
Natur
guy
so
thinks.
Aber da draußen sind noch jede Menge zarte Knospen.
Oh,
zu
God.
No.
Oh, that's what they're talking about. I'm like, what are they talking about? Okay, well, we don't need to see anything, so. She's like, what is this?
Who possessed my mother?
Right.
Mir gefällt, wie du dein Haar jetzt trägst.
Es ist merkwürdig mit dem Bub.
Well,
Otter.
right. She's not the most.
Warm and fuzzy mother?
Yeah.
No.
It's like something is odd with that boy. Well, he's been disappearing for a while. Came back with a scarred face. You ever think he might be dealing with some trauma?
Right? Of course, back then they didn't,
I know.
you know.
They didn't think about it.
Mm-mm.
Some people still don't think about it.
Mm-mm. Oh.
Okay.
Hat dich jemand gesehen?
Noah ist auch zurück.
Ich habe keine Angst mehr vor ihm.
Ihr tragt das gleiche Blut.
It's your
Man kann sich seine
brother.
Familie nicht aussuchen.
Oh.
Sich vom Blut freimachen heißt sich freimachen.
Und wir uns wiedersehen.
Ich kenne sie überhaupt nicht.
Well,
Aber ich kenne sie.
you're old, you.
How old are you?
Ein ewiger Kreislauf.
Ich habe die Kinder nicht ermordet. Ich wollte sie retten.
Okay, but that sounds like he murdered them.
You're right. I'm from the future.
Shoot, I just tell him everything. I mean, he's already in a psychiatric ward. What's
Right?
the worst that can happen
Right?
to him? I'd be
Was
like,
der Teufel?
I'm gonna tell you everything.
Wissen Sie, wer das ist?
Du bist ja verwirrter als ich. Ulrich.
Yep.
Ulrich Nielsen.
Egon's like, what?
Und ich komme aus der Zukunft.
Oh, you have them all sedated and strapped up. Or the, you know, what the hell do you expect? I wonder he went crazy.
Das ist Ulrich Nielsen.
Oh.
Oh.
Sie hat mir gesagt, dass Sie eines Tages hier erscheinen würden,
Yep.
dass ich Ihnen den Apparat erklären soll.
Yep.
Also,
She's like, oh.
Sie selbst.
Innen ganz leer wäre, nur noch
She's
eine
so
Hülle.
mean, Mom.
I know.
Er war nie das hellste Kind, aber jetzt könnte man fast glauben, er wäre stumpfsinnig. Er macht mir Angst.
Oh.
Definitely has him brainwashed. Whew.
It's like Stockholm Syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Hat er mal über einen weißen Teufel gesprochen?
Who's supposed to be the white devil?
Nein.
I'm just assuming Noah. I
Ich
don't
verstehe
know.
nicht, wozu soll diese ganze Fragerei gut sein.
Sleeping pills.
Ich schlafe in letzter Zeit wieder schlecht. Ich habe Albträume.
Noch eine Sache. Hättest du vielleicht ein Foto von dem Jungen? Nur für die Akten. Nur für die Akten.
Ich weiß, wo die letzten Seiten sind.
Mm-mm.
Und ich weiß, wie lange Adam danach gesucht hat. Glaubst du nicht, er würde alles tun, um sie zu bekommen?
Ich glaube dir kein Wort. Sie hätte dir niemals gesagt, wo sie sind.
Claudia hat sie bei sich.
Final pages of what?
Zu billig, dass du Adam sagst, dass ich zurück will. Bevor der neue Zyklus beginnt.
Du opferst sie.
Du kannst deine eigene Schwester nicht so hassen, wie du sie hast.
Egon, not this one, but the other Egon, he's like so close to answer something. He's just
Yeah.
like quite, he just can't quite connect all the dots yet. But you can tell he's
Yeah.
like,
Old Egon.
mm-hmm. Oh, Claudia.
Oh, she's like, hey, Dad.
Right?
Kann ich Ihnen helfen?
Ein braunes und ein blaues
Ah.
Auge.
Just like my daughter.
Das ist selten.
Die Welt hat dich nicht verdient.
He's like,
She's like, are you here to kill me?
Entschuldigen Sie aber.
Claudia looks like she's already on the nerve of a mental breakdown.
Right? She's like trying to figure, like, what the hell? I was trying to figure all this out.
Right.
Du siehst traurig aus.
I think he came to visit me today.
Kannst du ein Geheimnis für dich behalten? Ich glaube, ich habe heute eine Hexe gesehen.
Es gibt keine Hexen.
Doch. Diese war ganz echt.
Wie sah sie denn aus? Du bist ein zu guter Mensch, Papa. Die Welt hat dich nicht verdient.
Oh. Because she probably remembers she was going to say something like that.
Yeah. She remembers like everything.
I know.
Alles in Ordnung?
Though that'd be so freaky.
Right?
I'd be like, wow.
Ein Déjà-vu.
Right? Oh, it's just
Ich
deja
habe
vu.
früher immer gedacht, da ist ein Junge nach Winden gekommen. Unbekannt.
Oh my gosh.
Kennen Sie diesen Jungen?
Oh.
Er ist hier.
Wo ist er? Du hast es gewusst, dass er hier ist. Du hast es die ganze Zeit gewusst. Wo ist er? Wo ist er?
Oh. Okay, I wasn't expecting her to get... I guess I should expect her to get angry.
Right?
Alright.
Weißt du, es ist noch nicht fertig.
Das Ganze braucht noch 33 Jahre, bis es soweit ist.
So you got time.
Der Bauplan hier.
Das alles wird bald sein Ende haben. Aber bis dahin muss alles so bleiben, wie es immer war.
Man, Claudia always dropping those bombs.
Right?
And she's like, okay, I'm out.
And everything is just so, ooh.
Now you look for love.
Oh, is someone gonna kill Claudia here?
Du dachtest, du kannst ihr vertrauen.
Oh, Noah. Because he hates her.
Sie hat dich verraten.
I knew she would, that's why I did it.
Hat nicht mal mit der Wimper gezuckt. Du hast mir alles genommen. Du wirst sterben. Und mit dir alles, wofür du stehst.
Ich weiß, dass ich sterben werde.
Ich bin keiner deiner Bauern mehr.
Aber Adams bist du noch. Das Paradies, das er dir verspricht, ist nichts als eine Lüge.
Yep, and he's gonna shoot her. Those are the last pages he's been looking for.
Das ist nicht wahr. Charlotte. Das ist nicht... Nein, das stimmt einfach nicht.
Is he her
Das ist nicht wahr.
dad? He said Charlotte.
Who is Charlotte again?
Detective Charlotte. Who are Charlotte's parents, Charlotte?
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
because remember he had a locket of hers. He gave it to little Elizabeth, remember? So he gave it to
Oh.
Charlotte.
So who's...
I don't know.
Für sie tun.
Ein roter Faden, der all unsere Leben miteinander verbindet. Hatte sie die Seiten dabei?
He's lying to Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Dang, dang, dang. Okay, we got lots to talk about.
Yeah.
Discussion time.
Yeah.
Okay. So, start with Helgi. So, at the beginning, Noah was like... He was like putting the time travel juice stuff like in him. Or something, you know?
Yeah.
And he said it's in you. Like the ability to time travel is in you.
Yeah, because old Helgi did go back and try to
Yeah.
stop middle-aged Helgi.
Yeah, but he went through the caves though to do it.
Oh, that's true. Oh, yeah,
So
that's true.
I don't know what Noah was talking about.
Well, yeah, because some people can go through the caves and do it.
Yeah, but then...
Because, like,
and
young
then-
Jonas did
but
and
then
Mikkel
other
did.
people...
Use the
Well,
machine.
the thing is, how do we know Mikkel even did that? Because Mikkel just up and vanished. I don't think Mikkel would have actually walked through those caves, like walked through that tunnel,
Oh, that's
opened
true.
those doors. I always got the impression that he was like taken. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he was like grabbed and plopped in back in the east.
Yeah.
But I have no clue how he disappeared.
Yeah.
Like how he, you know, I have
Yeah.
no clue. Yeah. Well, okay, Agnes. I think that's her name. She's Noah's brother, sister. Excuse me. Noah's her brother. Okay, but I swear she was talking about she had a husband that was a priest, right? Did she not say that?
I thought she did too.
So is other someone else, or it's like a
So are
weird
they
incest?
Charlotte's parents? Well, we think
Yeah,
Noah is,
because
right?
He said Charlotte. He was looking at the final pages that she gave to him. Agnes gave those pages to him. And we don't know what the final pages means. I have no clue what that means. But she mentioned they're like final pages. And she gave them to him.
No, she just gave him the pictures about the old woman and the newspaper clipping about the old woman dead in the woods, and then he went and shot her.
Oh.
But
then how'd she get the paper back?
He gave it back to her.
But
that was just one newspaper
what were
clipping.
the final pages she was talking about?
She told him that old Claudia had the final pages.
Oh, you grabbed them from her.
And he took them from old Claudia.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, you're right. Totally
Yeah.
based on that. Yeah, and then he was flipping through it, and he said, Charlotte? Question mark.
And he's like, kind of like, what? What? He couldn't like believe what he was
And
reading.
we don't know who her parents are.
Right.
And like I was saying, he gave Elizabeth a locket of Charlotte's that she had when she was young.
Right.
And said, yeah.
And HG is Charlotte's grandpa, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So is HG related to Noah then? Is that like...
Or it's her other grandpa.
Oh, that's true. On the mom's side. Well...
But there's the mom!
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
And Claudia, you know, she died because someone killed her. But she's told him, oh, don't trust Adam. And he lied to Adam about the pages.
And who was middle-aged Claudia talking to at the end when that person took the thing off of his head? Who was that?
You mean Regina? Do you mean like...
Oh, that was Regina. Fudge Knuckles.
Regina with cancer?
Oh my God.
Her daughter that she wants to go see before the apocalypse happens?
I couldn't tell who that was.
Mom, it was this emotional moment. I'm like, oh, you're thinking she's a dude.
Oh my God. I thought
No, it was Regina. And also, it's important because Claudia back in the 80s made a comment about Regina's hair, how she liked it. She liked her new
Oh, yeah.
And now Regina doesn't have any hair. That was just a little
right, subtlety
a little thing they put in there, I noticed. Yeah, well, because she wanted to talk to...
Sorry, I get so tired sometimes I forget who is who and what's what half sometimes.
There's a lot of characters.
There are. And then with all the time travel, I sometimes, like, it's hard to, like, really gotta focus.
Yeah, they got yummy, right? And, yeah, because Claudia tried to, like, befriend Regina back in the 80s, but teenage Regina was like, I ain't having it. So she went to go see, like, middle-aged Regina.
Right.
You know, because old Claudia told her that, you know, hey, apocalypse is going to happen. And I think now that she knows about time travel, she meant middle-aged Regina. Because I know when she said the apocalypse, I'm like, but the apocalypse doesn't happen until 2020. It doesn't happen back in the 80s.
Right.
So that's what she meant. Go see her in the future. Now I'm just realizing that. That must have been what she meant. And that's what she did. I have a question about Noah. Noah, well, I know we don't know exactly who he is. But, okay, Noah's tough to place on, like, where he's at. Because everyone else...
Ages.
Yeah.
Or is younger.
But Noah doesn't... Well, except for when he was younger back in the 20s.
Right.
But otherwise, we've only ever seen him at this age. So I don't know if he's just flipping through times, or if we're seeing him at different times. Like, does that make sense? Like, let me see how I can word this. Okay, so you know how... I don't know how to word this. Okay, so like Egon, right? We see him when he's younger in the 50s.
Right.
We see him when he's older in the 80s.
Right.
Right. So we know where Egon is at. He's just going on his timeline.
Right.
Right. But like Noah, because we don't see him age, like when he's back in the 50s. Okay, so like is everything we're seeing, right, with Noah in the show, is that happening linear? Like, is he flipping, let's say, from the 80s, and then he himself is then going time traveling back to the 50s, and then he's going back to the 80s, and he's going to the present? Does that make sense? Or is he remaining consistent in these certain times, and he's at different points? Does that make sense?
Oh, so his storyline is going like this,
That's my
and
question.
everyone else we're seeing is flipping around, but he's just never ages.
That's my question.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or is it that Noah back in the 50s, when he's in the 50s, Noah in the 80s, like, is
he flipping back and forth?
Yeah.
Or is he just going?
Just going. through the 50s to the 80s, so on, and just not aging.
Oh, right.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Or is he flipping back and forth between
Like
everything?
everyone else does, or what they're showing us people do.
Like what Claudia's doing.
Right.
She's flipping through times.
Right. Or Jonas, or
Yeah. Is he doing that, or
Helgi when
or
he
is he
flips.
just not Asian? That's my question.
Oh, yeah, because we've always assumed he's been flipping through time.
Yeah, but then I just
maybe
kinda
he
wondered,
hasn't been.
Does he not age?
Maybe he's just, for some special reason, he's not aging because he's the White Devil.
Is he the White Devil?
Or is Anne the White Devil?
I don't know who the White Devil was.
I don't know. I'm so always assumed maybe it was Noah, but maybe it's
For a
not.
second, I thought that. Because who kept mentioning the White Devil? Egon?
I don't remember who he's talking about the
I
White
don't
Devil.
either.
Somebody talks about the White Devil.
Because of that, I thought he was referring to Ulrich for a second. I don't know.
No, because he asked Ulrich who the White Devil was.
Yeah. God, okay. Well, and yeah, so Egon, he showed Ulrich a picture of Mikkel. Ulrich got angry. Which, okay, I should have figured, but I thought he would, like, cry or be like...
happy, like, oh my god, he was alive. He was alive. He didn't
But
die.
instead, I think he just assumes that
Egon knew this whole time.
But it's like, oh, Egon doesn't know. He's just learning this stuff out
I
of the first
know.
time. He didn't know to tell you. You never told him who you were. Well, he tried to. Back in the 50s, he tried to tell Egon who he was, but they had him so sedated he couldn't.
Right.
Yeah, so Egon's trying to... He's figuring stuff out now. But he's going to die of cancer soon. So.
Right.
Oh, yeah, and old Claudia went to go see young Egon.
Right.
And she told him, you
deserve better than this.
And then young Claudia said the same thing. And Egon's face was like, I
know.
I mean, because of the coincidence that both these people have, what's the term?
I forget, but different colored eyes.
Yeah. And that both of them said the same thing. I mean, he said deja vu, but I think he had a freak out for a second.
I know.
Like, what in the... That would be freaky. Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. And, never mind. I think it was kind of it.
That's it. More confusion, more questions. We said more questions.
Yeah.
And no answers.
Yeah. But yeah, okay. So we're going to assume that Noah is Charlotte's dad. We're going to assume that for a second. But then I still want to know who Agnes's husband was. Unless it was Noah and there's a weird incest thing going on.
Who knows?
Or
she just lied and said that was her husband.
Oh, one last thing. They mentioned that Agnes, she used to be in a hospital. Like Trant mentioned that.
Hold on.
Because he remember, okay, he was talking, young Trant was talking to young Claudia, and he said for why he was in an orphanage because his mom was in a hospital. And we know that Agnes, she had a falling out with Noah and Adam. She wasn't like.
Right.
And I wonder if maybe I don't know if it has to do with her maybe being like a lesbian. Because they're like uber religious, and people back then would have maybe put like, used to think that being gay was like a disease or like a mental issue. People used to think, well, some people still think that way, but it was
right.
It was
well, you get locked up for it back then.
You would get So I didn't know if maybe that was why. I was just wondering. That was kind of my.
And then like, is she really Trant's mother?
It's just weird.
Yeah, I
whole
don't
thing. Yeah, and like even Noah now, he's not like fully trusting Adam. But even back in the 20s, he didn't know if he wanted to trust Adam. He was having doubts, And then older Noah, or main Noah, kind of like convinced him otherwise. Yeah, okay, dokie. And I would say, one last thing about Helgi. I know last season I kind of gave him a hard time. I was like,
I did, and I always felt bad for him back then too.
Okay.
Just for the record.
Don't rub it in, mother. But as people, we grow and we learn, and I feel more bad for Helgi.
Because he was a victim of it. I mean, even though he partook in maybe helping, but he still was a victim.
Yes, I know that now.
And it looked like he had, obviously he was tormented, mental issues, and he didn't.
Yes, but we didn't know the full extent last season.
No, but.
And so I didn't know if he was willing to do it or if he wasn't. I didn't know. So I was basing it off of what I knew, and what I knew at that time was that Helgi was partly responsible for killing those boys. So I didn't have much sympathy for him. But, poor guy, poor little Helgi, he's facing so much trauma. Oh, yeah. Oof. I know, when he saw no one ran up and hugged him, I was like, Stockholm Syndrome. Yeah.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction to this episode. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share. And if you want to watch our full-length reaction to this episode of Dark, you can find it on my Patreon. And have a beautiful, wonderful day.
Good night.
Bye.